I want to speak directly to the person who is terrified to sit down. I want to speak to the person who feels that if they close their eyes for 10 seconds, if they stop checking the emails, if they stop correcting the mistakes, the entire world is going to collapse into chaos. People call controlling. People call you intense. People tell you to just relax. And every time they say that, you feel a spike of rage in your chest. Because they don't understand. They don't understand you aren't trying to be difficult. You are holding up the sky. You feel a physical weight on your shoulders. A load bearing pressure that tells you it's all up to me. You look around at other people who can relax, people who can make mistakes, people who can leave the dishes in the sink, and you don't understand how they do it. You think they are lazy, you think they are careless, but deep down, you are jealous. You are jealous because they are allowed to be human. And somewhere along the line, you decide that you are not. And I'm here to tell you something that no motivational speaker will tell you. You're not controlling. You are not perfectionist. Those are just labels. If we look at the mechanics of the nervous system, you are hyper-vigilant. You are a soldier who thinks the war is still on. On today, we're going to sign the peace treaty. Okay? So, breathe with me for a second before I continue, because I want you to think. Okay? Let's look at the science. Let's look at the hardware. Why are you like this? Why you can't just let it go and start with your receiver? In the Lux Eternal protocol, we identify certain people as having a high-fidelity receiver. Most people have a standard nervous system. They walk into a room, they see the furniture, they hear the music, and that's it. But to you, you walk into a room and you see the error. You see the picture, the frame is crooked, but by 2 millimeters. You hear the tone of the voice that implies hidden aggression. You sense the tension between two people who are pretending to be friends. Your brain is a correction machine. It scans the environment 24/7, look for entropy. Why? Because to your nervous system, chaos equals danger. This is a personality flaw. This is an evolution survival mechanism. Thousands of years ago, the people who could spot the broken breach, the slight change in the wind, or the crack in the wall was the people who saved the tribe. You were designed to be the guardian, but we are not living the wild anymore. We are living a modern world full of noise, full of imperfection, and full of mistakes. And because you cannot turn your receiver off, you are constantly flooded with error messages that email has a typo, danger. That person is late, danger. That you are trying to control people because you want power. No, you are trying to fix the environment so your nervous system can finally feel safe enough to rest. Make sense to you? So you are trying to build a perfect world just so you can take a breath. Make sense how it works, the brain of this type of person? We're talking about ourselves. Now let's look at the software. Look at where this started. Because you weren't born holding your breath. Somewhere in your timeline, usually very early, you learn a dangerous lesson. You learn that mistakes have consequences. Maybe you grew up in a chaotic home where things were very unpredictable. Maybe you had a parent who was a critical, and the only way to avoid the criticism was to be the good one, to be the responsible one. You look at the chaos around you and you made a vow. You said, I will not be like them. I will be solid. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be solid. I will be perfect. If I control everything, I cannot be hurt. So you built an armor. You call this armor the controller. This armor served you well. It got you to do good grades. It got you to get the promotion. It made you the person everyone relies on. People say, oh, give it to him. He'll get it done perfectly. Give it to her. She's perfect. But there's a cost wearing this armor 24 hours a day. Armor is heavy. Armor is suffocating. And armor separates you from the world. You feel lonely, don't you? Even when you are with people, you feel like you are working and they are playing. You feel a deep resentment building up in your chest. You think, why do I have to do everything? Why does nobody help me? But the truth is, don't let them help, because they won't do the right thing for you. They won't do it your way. So you do it yourself. And the cycle of exhaustion continues. You are crushing your own human spirit trying to do the job of a god. You're trying to micromanage the universe. And the universe is too big for your hands. If it makes sense to you, subscribe right now, because I'll continue this and we're going to have tons of videos coming. So how do we fix this? Motivational speakers will tell you, change your mindset. They will tell you, just be positive. That's useless advice for you. Your mind is the problem. We cannot use the mind to fix the mind. We have to use the body. We have to prove your nervous system physiologically that it's safe to put the weight down. If it makes sense what I'm trying to say. We're going to do a mechanic from Lux Aeterna system called the gravity drop. Okay? So let's do this together. I want you to do this with me right now. I want you to notice your shoulders. They are usually very rigid and heavy. So I bet they're touching your ears. I bet your jaw is tight always, okay? You're physically holding yourself up, fighting gravity, bracing for a catastrophe that isn't happening. Here's the exercise. Let's do it. I want you to inhale. I want you to squeeze your shoulders up, tight. Squeeze them harder. Imagine that you are holding the weight of your family, your career, your reputation, the entire world on those muscles. Feel the burden. Feel it. Feel how heavy it is. Feel how much energy it takes to hold it. Now, on the count of 3, I want you to drop them. Don't lower them gently. Let them fall dead. 1, 2, 3, drop. Exhale with a sound. Do not pick them back up. Notice something. Look at the floor. Look at the chair you're sitting. Did the world fall apart? No. Did the floor crack? No. Gravity is still working. The earth is holding you. You do not need hold the earth. This is the shift from control to sovereignty. Control is I must force things to happen. Sovereignty is trust my ability to handle whatever happens. You do not need to predict the future to be safe. You just need to trust the architect inside you. This is completely different, okay? The goal of your life is not to be a perfect machine. The goal of your life is to be a whole human. And you cannot be a whole while you are holding your breath. The perfectionism that you think is your secret weapon is actually the cage that is keeping your joy out. It's keeping you safe, yes, but it's also keeping you hungry. In the Lux Eterna protocol, we don't ask you to lower your standards. We ask you to lower your shields. We teach high functional people like you how to keep the excellent but lose the anxiety. We teach you how to turn off correction machine so you can actually enjoy life you have built. Imagine waking up in the morning, and just imagine that, and feeling that immediate rush of panic. Imagine walking to a messy room and feeling peace instead of rage. Imagine being loved for who you are, not just for what you fix. That reality is possible, but you cannot think you're way there. You have to build the architecture for it. You have to rewrite the receiver. You have to dismantle the grid. My name is Ranses Valente. I'm not a guru. I'm an architect. And I'm telling you, it is safe to let go. If this speaks to the heavy feelings in your chest, then you're ready for the next step. Welcome to the system. Let's build together.